welcome back to Nothing But Trains, and here we have today my collection of Thomas minis. And today I will be showing you from my originals to the freight. And to start at the originals, I have Bill, or is that Ben? Yeah, Bill, Percy, Devious Diesel, my newest one, Duck, Gordon, Victor, and Edward. I like the design of Bill. Just look at that area right here. Right here. I like that little design. And you can see the name. Nice engine, though. I wonder if they'll ever make a Ben. I gotta keep an eye out for it. Here's Percy. Yeah, usually one of the old ones. I'm impressed how Percy did in Tale of the Brave, but yeah, Percy is a pretty interesting mini. But we'll see him as soon as we're done with all of the originals. I'll put on my minis motorized raceway track, and then I'll take them off and do it to the next ones. So I got Devious Diesel. He was a nice one. I like the shape, the design. Even though it doesn't have much color, I love the designs of how he has it all over. So, and then my newest one, which is just about my favorite, Duck. It was an interesting mini to me, although how they made Duck, it's not light colored. This is kind of a darker color than it usually is, but I love the design of the Great Western Railway and the number 8, how good they put that in with all the bars and stuff. Now here's more back to the originals. Gordon. Yeah, you can see he's a normal engine. Small funnel like usual. You got the built-in tender to the engine on the one mini, because I think it would be too hard if it was separated, so I agree on that. Well, that's a really good mini right there. Okay, next up, one we don't see much. Victor. Love that design. Even though it's a lot blank, I like how they smally got that symbol for the Steamworks. I really gotta find out if they're gonna make anything like a mini Steamworks, which I thought would be a really cool idea. And, okay. Let's get on for our last original. One of my most favorites, Edward. Edward, I just always love the built-in tenders. Just very creative in my opinion. Nice. And, if you ever need to know what the names are, like this, Edward. Or here, let me give you another example. This will help you with your minis. Like Bill. That will give you the name. But when you get any of the randoms, like, here are my racing collection. Racing Thomas, Racing James, Racing Percy, and Racing Spencer. See, look. It only says Thomas. You just know that'll be Thomas, but not Racing Thomas. Like, there's my Crystal Scarlowy. It only says, hang on, it might be blurry on your, but it's okay. But if you ever, okay, there we go, Scarlowy. That does not work. So now on to the racing collection. So I love the Thomas. And if you have more minis than me, you should know that this Thomas, and this James, came with my minis motorized raceway set. But I just love the design of the flames that say Thomas and the giant number 1. So then another thing with James. I like the tiger designs. The big number 5. And I wonder, oh, right. Built-in tenders, always my favorite. And then you can see the James here in the back. It's a really impressive thing. Okay, on to the next one. This is more of a racing kind. Racing Percy. And you can see it has some symbols on the sides. Like, it's representing some stuff. And here's the giant motor. Still bigger of a number 6 than the last time. And if you notice that candy... Oh, excuse me for a second. I forgot one of my best collections, but hang on. It's gonna go black. Let me just set them up. Sorry, messed up something, like I had a candy from one of my candy collections and just realized I forgot to bring them down. So, okay, this is not much of a racing, but I thought the jets on this would look nice. One of the other newest ones, Space Spencer. I thought the boosters would be nice, so I put them in the racing pile. So I thought, this is a really nice mini. I love the design, the wings, the jets. They put Spencer with the space. Giant little cap, and looks like he's wearing a mask. Okay, done with the racing collection. Now onto my narrow gauges. My most favorite mini, Luke. Everyone likes Luke because of the designs that he has, and also that skinny insides that come out bigger to the end. And so you got Luke, you got the 22. Love these designs that come down here. Whistle. Usually when you watch him in the movies, he's one of the most famous engines we like. I also feel like Star Wars. You know that will be Thomas and Friends that your son likes. That's also something with Star Wars. Millie, if you remember her from the King of the Railway or Millie in the Volcano, well then good. Another nice little narrow gauge. You can see the Alston Castle symbol right there. There's a nice name almost looking like it's in cursive. Love the design of the gold and blue. Now, here's one of my next favorites. Crystal Scar Lowy. I like the idea because you can see the metal on how everything is built. There's a little screw right under the engine, comes into a little part and hangs onto it. If you watch on locomotive videos, Leo can teach you how to take these minis apart and say if you want the face of Spencer on Scar Lowy's body. You can do that. Just look on his website and you'll find out. Now, here's one of my first ones. Graffiti Victor. I love the idea how blue matches up with this nice red. And yeah, I forgot to tell you there could be a few repeats, but if you already know that, good. But I love the design. They took away that Steamworks symbol, but that's fine. But I like that Victor part. Now here's my spooky areas. Not all these are spooky, but... So here's one of my not spookies, but kind of dressed up. I have a striped Spencer. I love those big red stripes and like that kind of squinchy black, but looks almost like an original. I almost should have put him in original, but he looks fine. Here's a good Halloween. Skeletron Thomas. You can see that Thomas is not a real person, but I like how all the gears and stuff are like bones. Bone-faced Thomas. And if you see it's blurry, it's like staring right into your soul. But never mind that. Stop it. But yeah, love the ideas. Black and white. I think the wheels were a good choice of white. Here's one of my newest Season 7s, Sleepy Emily. I kind of did it nighttime because Halloween. The wheels, in my opinion, one would be black, one would be yellow, which I thought yellow would be good. Like yellow in the front, black in the back. And we stop sleeping. Okay. Now, here's another not scary, but I like this one that kind of dresses up. Like Spencer. Toby. I love the neon. You can see the design, the bell, the smokestack, and another little wire connected. You can see number 7. It's all neon. Neon all the way. Here's the last of the best of the spookies. Frankenstein Diesel 10. One of the first ones I've actually got. You got Pinchy up here. And you got the bolts with electricity all wrecked up on the sides. Looks like it's an abandoned Diesel 10. Oh, forgot to tell you. Another thing about Toby. If you don't have any freight cars, you can cover them up. Look on the DC Superhero Thomas and Minis. They actually used a Toby of this exact... And they made it a neon and put black around its sides. And put the dollar sign like it's a money cart. Instead of a troublesome truck. Okay. Now on to my glow-in-the-dark collection. Glow-in-the-dark Thomas. That's a nice little one. You got that bit of scratches over the one. But it's a nice one. You can buy these all 5-packs in stores. I got a star glow-in-the-dark Percy, which is nice. Oh, the stars. I'm sorry, it's daytime, so I can't show you how they glow. Now I have a lightning bolt James off the built-in tenders. I really wondered why the coal wasn't yellow. But I think it was just because of the tender. It was so close and all yellow. But now let's move on to splattered paint Charlie. Charlie was one of the interesting ones I liked when I was little. I always liked the one he made all these jokes. Like, here's a joke that he did. I forgot it. But if you ever watch the Choo Choo channel, you can watch engines doing jokes, and it's not just Charlie. Now, one of the ones that kind of surprised me, a nice diesel, Paxton. Nice plain diesel. Love that design. And this is a really nice mini. Okay, now on to my second to last collection. The Troublesome Trucks. For some reason they call this one an original. I don't know why it's yellow. But this really should be like gray. And my other one, I like this one a bit. I like the danger sign on the top, but it's a little loose because of the squid. But yeah, I like the Troublesome Trucks. They work good making up stories on my Minnie's Motorized Raceway you can watch. Now it's my final collection. I got Tootsie Roll Percy. Love the Tootsie Roll. White wheels. Brown coupling. I'm half Minnie, half candy. But did you have to make me pink? But yeah, that's Blow Pop James for you. Love the blue wheels. Nice. Top 3 of my first minis. I love the white, the pink, and the blue. Okay, to one of my newest ones. Gingerbread Emily. I love the mix up of the wheels. The dots over here. Bit of the dots and sprinkles up at the top. The candy canes. She's all beautiful. So then, to my chocolate Ferdinand, that the symbol was on Racing Percy. And I like how his half bar, you scrape off the wrapping and more chocolate. Ferdinand was an interesting engine when I was little. I always wanted Ferdinand, but I never got anything of it. Well, actually, no, I did. I got a battery-powered Ferdinand with the leather logging logos. Here's not much of a candy, but here is breakfast-covered Thomas. I love the idea. There's some bacon right here. You got some egg on top of his eye. All dirty. I like that. And you got my last one. Fruit ice creamed Charlie. Like the goop is coming around. He is a bit crystal. It's okay if you can't see it. But if you ever get this mini and look in, you see some extra fruit on the top you don't see on the rest of the body. But I love this idea. So now what I'm going to do is going to drive each group on the Minnie's Motorized Raceway. I'm only going to run it on one track because it's going to be too hard if I just switched it. Now for the originals. I got Bill, Percy, Devious Diesel, Duck, Gordon, Victor, and Edward. Oh, I forgot to tell you they can couple up. 2 at a time. No bigger. So I'm taking the blue line because it's best for my minis. Go smoothly. Somehow Duck and Bill are having a good time coupling up to each other. Nope. Troublemakers. Okay. Okay, let's have the other groups try. I think that was enough for you guys. Hang on, let me just put them back. It's okay if they're random. It just... Oh, track just broke. Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna have to black out again. Okay, you're laying on top of Doug. Excuse me for a second. Okay. There we go. Now to the racings.